Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly coin news video from the Purple Penny. We're a little bit late today. There was a few things to attend to in the shop and Catherine had to drop out and get something, so a little bit late. G'day Aaron. Of course you stopped watching the Treasurer's... Aaron's just telling us he stopped watching the Treasurer's press conference to watch this, so of course you would. I'm much more interesting than the Treasurer, obviously. G'day Greg, how are you? G'day Gary, how you going? G'day Mitch, how are you? Hey Michael, how are you? Someone suggested that we could be in trouble with this today because Facebook is banning all new Australian news outlets on Facebook, and given that this is a coin news video, we could have been in a bit of trouble, but I don't think we've quite got the profile for that, and I think the Facebook is too busy banning the Bureau of Meteorology and the CFS and useful organisations like that at the moment. I think we'll be all right. G'day Joey, how are you? So the shop has been busy this week. There has been an amount of gold and silver come in yesterday, which is good. Some nice old world gold coins and some gold nuggets, which we hardly ever see in here. Today someone brought in some purple coronation coins. It's always nice to see some of those. And sales have been good. I get a sense that things are picking up a little bit again, and I think the people we've had in have been sort of chasing after things that they're interested in rather than chasing after the new releases and the latest and greatest. So it's good. We had someone come and buy some lovely PCGS world graded coins about 10 minutes ago that he saw in the video yesterday. He came in and picked them up, and I would have been quite happy to own any of those coins. So he's gone away with some quality coins and a free slab box and a big smile on his face, so well done to him who bought those. So SA Health has been banned too, says Mitch. I don't think I'm any more prolific than SA Health. I don't do a daily news conference. G'day Andy, g'day Paul. And Michael says, with the quality of news these days, the news outlets being banned won't be a problem. And that's probably quite true. Quite true. Right, so let's get on with our faux news. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go, we click that. So the proof 1 ounce kangaroo releases arrived yesterday, as did the Milky Way coins. So anyone who got onto our interest list here in the store, they are now available to be picked up. You will have been notified if you were allocated one of the coins a couple of weeks ago, and you will have been notified by Catherine yesterday that it's available for pickup. And of course payment is required on pickup. Michael, looking at you, I know you've been waiting for yours. The Rotary coloured dollars arrived yesterday, and actually not a bad looking thing. They are available for purchase from Thursday the 11th of March. So originally they were due to originally they were due to be released on the 4th of February, but due to some sort of licensing problem, or I'm not quite sure what, they were delayed, and they'll be available on the website on the 11th of March. We have put in our order for the 2021 investment silver coin, which is a coat of arms. They'll be arriving hopefully in the next few days. And at the same time, we put in an order for the Zewick triangular shipwreck 1 ounce silver coins. They'll be available in the next few days as well. There were new line listings, which if you looked at our Facebook page last week, you would have seen those. So there's the line listings there. We've got the aluminium bronze uncirculated 2 coin set, the Year of the Ox. So that's the annual set with the 2 $1 coins in it with the different designs. Now, because they can't seem to do things the same 2 weeks in a row, for whatever reason we're allowed to sell the 2 coin Year of the Ox sets, but we're not allowed to show you a picture. I don't know why, but they are available on our website for purchase. You can certainly come in and put your name down for them here if you're in the shop. And I'm still shaking my head about how crazy that sounds, but there you go. We're allowed to sell them, but we're not allowed to show you a picture of them. The second item there is the Centenary of the Royal Australian Air Force, which is a colorised 50-cent set. I believe that the coins aren't available individually, so if you want those coins, that's the only way to get them. The cost of that set will be $175. The designs are quite nice, quite think the coloured 50-cent military coins that were released in 2015-16, that sort of era, similar sort of treatment to that. They're quite nice looking things. And the final one there is the only one that anyone really cares about, is the 2021 Star Dreaming coin, which is the last in that series, and it's called Bezam the Shark. So again, another Indigenous Australian based design with a constellation that looks like a shark. We've already been told that allocations of those will be very small. So, you know, what does that mean? It means that you can certainly give us your name if you're interested in one, but the chances are we're going to be able to sell our full allocation without needing to ship any out of the shop, because the number will be tiny. So that, you know, that even for people that come into the shop, there's no guarantees you're going to get one, even if you give us your name. So always a bit disappointing when we say that, but I would counsel you to examine what happened with those Milky Way coins. So the release price of those was $135. Here we are, 2 weeks later, exactly 2 weeks later since they were released, and the price went over $300, and now it's sort of bordering around about $200. So, you know, what does that mean? If you can't get it at release price, sometimes you're better off waiting a month and then buying it when all that hype has died down, if you need one for your collection. So if it was something that interested me, I probably wouldn't be too bothered about spending $50 above release price, but I certainly wouldn't pay 3 times release price. So with the Star Dreaming coin, the same. If you don't manage to get one at release price, just wait for the hype to die down. Don't get caught up in it, which is something you have probably heard from me a lot. Now, an example of that is the 1988 bicentennial note and coin folder, which is a grey velour folder, and I would love to show you one, but I forgot to bring it in here with me. It's a big sort of A4 sized thing that's got a bicentennial note and a $5 coin and some other stuff in it. Now, the retail price of those is about $75 to $100, I guess. Last week, Catherine was perusing an old annual report of the Royal Australian Mint, because that's what you do on the weekends when you're a coin dealer. You sit and read through old annual reports. And that particular item was mentioned specifically in the 1990 annual report as being a very strong seller, that it had sold out immediately, and that prices on the secondary market were approaching $700 or $800. $700 or $800. The release price was, I think Catherine said it was $105. Anyway, 7 or 8 times release price within a year. And here we are 21 years later, and you can pick them up for $70 to $100 under release price. So what does that mean? It means 2 things. One is that the hype always dies down, because, you know, in 10 years' time, the latest and greatest $2 coin release just won't be of any interest to collectors at that time, because they're chasing whatever's new and interesting then. The other thing is, and I've said this a number of times, no mint release is rare. There is always some around. Always some around. You think of every mint release that is supposedly rare that people are chasing, there's always quite a few up on eBay and on Facebook. None of them are particularly rare. And, you know, what does that mean? It means don't pay premiums for things that you can buy from 30 different locations at the same time. It just doesn't make sense. Just wait. Just wait. I'll show you the bicentennial portfolio next week if I remember to bring it in. Now, this week we're up to number 2 out of the 5 coins to look for in your change, and this one should have been an obvious one to most people. It's mules. So what is a mule? A mule is a coin that results from the use of dies that were not intended to be used together. So remembering there are 3 dies on a coin. It could be an obverse, a reverse, or a collar die. Those of you who are not sure what the collar die is, that's the coin that applies the edge reading to a coin if it's got edge reading, or it just contains the coin to stop it from spreading out too much. When dies that are not intended to be used together are used together, whether it be accidentally or intentionally, what results is a mule. The analogy being that when you mate a horse with a donkey, you end up with a mule, something you weren't supposed to end up with. Now, in Australian numismatics, the coin that we all know as a mule, and it is referred to as the mule, is the year 2000 $1 10-cent mule, when a 10-cent obverse or heads die was accidentally paired with the reverse or tails die of a normal dollar. We think perhaps 6,000 to 10,000 of those were released into circulation. They're still being found today. People are still finding them, which makes me think that perhaps there's more than 6,000 to 10,000. And typical value of those for an average circulated one that you pull out of circulation today would be $350 to $450 or something like that. And you know, these are things that you can find. We bought one off of a guy last week that had just found it. I've certainly found one here in Adelaide in the last couple of years, and I don't really look that much. And we have had a few noodlers in here that have found them recently. So they're still around. They're things that, you know, you could realistically, if you spend enough time looking, find one of these. There are some other mules in the series, and we'll just show you the 10-cent mule first. Sorry, I've forgotten to do this. Right, so there's the 10-cent mule there. Notice the double rim on the obverse side there. Does the double rim make a coin a mule? No, it's just a sign that the obverse die was smaller than the intended die, and you get that double rim. So just because a coin has a double rim on it, it doesn't make it a mule. In this case, it is a sign that a year $2,000 coin is a mule. Now, there are a couple of other mules that have been found, dollar mules that have been found recently, and we were lucky enough to see this one a couple of years ago. It's a 2014 dollar mule where the obverse 10-cent die was accidentally paired with the 100 Years of Anzac reverse die. There's been a few of these found, and I believe that at least one 2015 found. What are they worth? $5,000 to $10,000. Very unusual coin, very rare coin, very hard to find, but I do know someone that's found one, so they can absolutely be found if you look through enough coins, you would imagine. The other mule, and you know, they're really the Anzac mule and the Mob of Ruse mule are really the ones you have a reasonable chance of finding. There has been a couple of other mules found, and generally they're much harder to find, and I'm not really aware of these being found in circulation, but just for interest's sake, there's this one, which is the 1977 coat of arms mule. So the 1977 50 cent should have been minted with the silver jubilee of the Queen's reverse. You would know the coin if you saw it, but for whatever reason some were made with the normal coat of arms reverse, which you can see there. What are those worth? Several $1,000s if you happen to find one. How do you look for one? Every 1977 50 cent piece that you find, you flip it over and take a look at it. And I should say thanks to coinnews.com for that image, because that's not our image. I should say thank you to coinnews.com for the use of that image. So that's number 2 on the list, mules. Look out for the Yeah, so Glenn, there's the 1988 coat of arms, there's the 1977 Fiji 5 cent, there's the 1978 Fiji 50 cent with the Fiji reverse and the Australian obverse. There's also various double obverse and reverse coins because technically I guess they're mules. There's quite a lot of those obscure ones. I don't know of. So, Glenn, okay, I've got to wind up because someone has come in, so I'm going to have to wind it up there. Catherine's just come to the door and said you need to stop. Bye, everyone. I'll see you next week. As usual, if you have any questions, please send them through via Facebook message or via email or give us a call. We'll be looking for a new topic in a couple of weeks, and I'd love to hear your suggestions. So bye everyone for now. Sorry for the quick end. Bye.